In this video we take a detailed look at a mid-range express lift. So in a world where there's less and less relay lifts, the disgusting, horrid, generic lift companies are getting rid of them fast. When they see a nice old relay lift, often they'll deliberately maintain it badly just so they can give an excuse to the building owner to replace it. And generic lift engineers are so thick, they don't know what they're doing, and there's less and less lifts. There's less of a culture of keeping these things going. People just replace lifts without thinking about it. Really cheap stuff that doesn't last. It's disgusting. And loads of my favourite models of lift, you don't really get that much nowadays. It's really depressing. But with all that said, there's one lift company who made relay lifts a long time ago, but you still see their lifts a fair bit. Not much, they're still pretty rare, but you do see them every now and then. And that is, of course, Express. Pretty much all of the old lift companies that built relay lifts built amazing lifts and just really long lasting and very reliable. But Express took reliability to a whole new level. They built these things so solid and so well designed, they just don't break. And generic engineers have replaced a lot of them, but some of them are still there. I don't know if that's because it's just they're so reliable. It's really hard for generic lift engineers to persuade building owners to replace them, although millions have been replaced, but still some about. So then, let's go through the different models of Express. Express was formed in 1917, but they reformed in 1928 with Smith, Major and Stevens. After that, he then installed Smith, Major and Stevens design, which is a very old classic design. There's very few of these left. These are very, very rare. When you get towards the late 40s, they then installed this classic design, what I call the first generation Express, which is an absolute amazing lift and doesn't break down. And there's still some of these about. Then into the 1970s, they then had the second generation Express, where they then used plug and play relay modules in their lifts. And surprisingly, even though these are newer, there's a lot less of these ones about. They're a lot rarer. Then later on, they then put in digital lift dispatch systems when you had more than one lift. Then when you get into the 80s, you then get the third generation DC pulsing version. That is really rare. So it's the first generation model is the least rare, which is interesting considering it's like from the 60s. So then, within first generation, I'd say it's 4 different major models. There is the single speed budget model. Now this model only does 1/4 time, just goes single speed, but this is the most common model. I say this is the budget model, but the actual build quality of the lift is no different to the top of the range. So no matter if you bought the cheapest model or the most expensive model, the lift's built to the same high quality standards. The only difference thing is the speed and the complexity of the logic controller. The next model up I call is the mid-range model. It goes 1 meter a second and has 2-speed levelling. This model can actually remember multiple calls. Then after that, you then next model up is like a really expensive model, the pole changer, which is absolutely epic. Then after that, you get the real top of the range DC high speed models, which are really, really rare. So in this video, we're going to be looking at the mid-range model. Now I have already done a detailed look at this, but let's do another one because it's absolutely epic and there's absolutely no reason for this lift to be replaced. It works brilliantly. What excuse can an engineer say? This isn't the single speed one, so this one actually levels, so I can't use that as an excuse. What are you going to say? Make up some bullshit about it being old, which is nonsense because this lift just works perfectly. All of the components are serviceable and replaceable, so there's no need to replace the whole lift. There's nothing a generic company can say other than lies to persuade a building owner to maintain this, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, despite the fact it's 50 years old. So then, let's start this video off by taking a ride in it. And let's surf it.
Make sure it doesn't go to the top.
And let's go into the motor room. And as this lift has 2 sets of doors, how have they done this with the relay logic? If you watch my detailed look at relay slate logic, I said in that it's often a relay that diverts power either to the first door or the second door, depending what floor the lift's on. But Express have not done this. Express have actually got a box in the motor room with a whole separate door controller for the second door, which is very interesting. Oh, that's for the second door. That's how I bodge in door number 2. So on each floor it can either be on door 1 or door 2.
That's found.
Let's open the door. What's that, inspection?
Yeah.
That's inspection. Then I'll take it off.